I didn't see it at all on mine. It's not there on the front.
So because we don't do mobility mornings hardly ever unless I teach on Thursday morning, so that's why I have to, it's like total beginner mobility class.
Aren't you excited?
It's gonna have a little bit of different stuff in it, not lots. Compared to what y'all are used to. Yeah, I got in the car, so I didn't leave here till 11 o'clock last night, first of all. And I got in the car this morning and I looked at the mirror, I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to take out the makeup. I was like, all of this, I was like, I think I better get back inside. Wednesdays have become extremely big days. Awesome. All right, so put back to the chair. So nice and tall, tuck your chin towards the wall behind you. We're gonna pull the abs and push your low back into the chair and come back to neutral. Push your low back into the chair and come back to neutral. Back and forward. Back and neutral, I should say. Neutral. So you can feel that breath, that movement, right? We're gonna go back and hold. Now pull your navel in a little more, pull your pelvic floor up, drop your chin. Everything comes back to neutral, nice and tall in the chair. And you should feel like your rib cage is getting lifted away from the chair. We're gonna take your chest, go forward, and come back to neutral. Keeping this very lifted feeling and very supported. The other reason that we have to take a little extra time, because it's, most of us just got out of bed. Crawled out of bed, came to class, and our back gets really tight throughout the night because we do dumb things and we're not using it, right? And it has all that body weight on it. Go on. Now push low back into the chair. Come to neutral, go forward. So basically you're doing cat and cow. Cat and cow. Your low back should start feeling a little looser. Let's do one more front back. Come neutral, arms float up. And if you need to hold your wrist to get that arm up. So relax your shoulders down on your back. My right leg, I'm only going to take it about 45 degrees out because we have it warmed up all the way up. Drop your shoulders. So it's real easy to let that knee drop in. I want you to push your knee towards the wall behind you. So it's activating this hip joint. We're going to rotate to the right, look at the wall, and come back up. Look at the wall. And come back up. I'm thinking about my right shoulder, press into the wall behind me, finding the rotation and move. Come on, more. Come center, left leg, bring your right leg forward, left leg comes out. And again, I'm just going about 45 degrees out right now. Drop the shoulders, or we're gonna try to the left. Try to drop your arms, and come back. Pull your navel in, rotate, and come back. It's just a nice, easy flow. And come back. I'm gonna do 2 more. One more. Bring your leg forward, arms down. Shake out your shoulders. I'm gonna go ahead and scooch forward now. So the back and the hips and the shoulders should be waking up a little better. Lift your body, arms come up, drop the shoulder blades down on your back. Right leg, we're gonna try to get to 90 degrees, right? And again, don't let your knee drop. Push to the wall behind. Actually, I'm pushing that way with my knees. Here we go again. Look at the wall, look forward, pull your abs in. Get a little bit more range in our trunk and keep pressing those knees away. So this is a modified warrior 1, a modified warrior 2. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And bring the right leg in. And left leg. And again, push the knees out. So when we're in warrior 1, make sure your shoulders are squared up because you're going to feel around your torso. Ready? Here we go. Warrior 2, warrior 1, warrior 2. Your shoulders drop down in your back. Abs are in. Nice. Leave navel in. Just nice, easy flow. Come on. 1 more. YouTube must have updated. It looks different. And then, like there's no feet on the right side. It looks like a slide.
It is.
Yeah, this is top chat now, like it's bigger.
Huh. I was like, I looked at it like, going, that looks different. So can you feel your shoulders across your waistline into your hips, right? So it's just, I'll call it a very modified yoga flow from warrior 1 to warrior 2. All right, nice and tall, hands, palms together. I want to leave my elbows down for a minute. I want to take my opposite elbow and just touch the knee. Come up, touch the other knee. Finding the rotation around your spine with your shoulders. Pull your belly in. So don't let your knees move. Because I want to go wobble. So you have to think about your inner and outer thighs, staying engaged. Finding the rotation, allowing the back to stretch. 1 more. Come up. So I want you to make sure your heels are underneath your knees now. Squeeze in and out of thighs, squeeze your quads, sit up tall. Palms are together, drop your shoulders. Can you lift your elbows, push your hands away from your body, just a little bit more. Pull your head way back. I want you to rotate first, drop the elbow, come up, rotate all the way, drop, up, rotate, drop, up, rotate. So it's very methodical, because I want to push as far as I can, all the way to the left as far as I can, and then drop. All the way to the right. And then drop. Squeeze your abs. Push, drop, lift. Last one. Nice. And come back center, relax. I'm going to take the right heel. Knee is definitely bent. This is where we're starting. Pull yourself up again. That trunk lifts, drop your shoulders down on your back. I'm just gonna let my arms hang. I wanna point and flex. Point, I have my shoes on, I just realized. Point and flex. Point and flex. Keep going. Point and flex. Point and flex. One more. Keep flexed. Now I want you to push energy, and as you straighten your leg, do not lock out. Find the back of your leg. And again, point and flex. Point, flex. So this is called flossing your vagus nerve. It's the nerve that runs up the back of your leg into your glute. And this will help if you have sciatic nerve issues. This is what you do, right? Keep your toe pointed. Take your chest forward. Give yourself some support. Pull your abs up. Again, flex and point. So you start getting a little nervy stretch when you pull your toes up, when you flex. And one more. Hold, take a breath. Exhale, go forward. So we don't want to go down towards the floor. We definitely want to go towards the lower front of this, pulling your abs up and in. And the more you can pull those toes and drive your heel forward, the more of that nervy stretch you're getting. And come up, let's switch legs. Nice and tall, ready? Point and flex. Creating mobility in your ankle, waking it up. So we do this every Thursday morning, except we're usually on the floor with it. And I'm really thinking about really pushing the toes to the floor and then pulling back. Pull and push. And again, the knee is soft, it's not locked out. Stay pointed. Chest goes forward. Pull your abs. So everything's lifted, ready? Point and flex again. So when I flex, I think push through the heel. Push through the heel, which makes my quad activate. So when your quad's activated, the back of your leg is stretching better. We're gonna flex and hold. Now drive your heel. Find your quad, make it tight so you can find that stretch. Take a breath. Exhale, forward. Really pull the toes. Find that nervy stretch. And come back. Sitting in the back of the chair again. So it needs to go wide. Basically, I'm like 10-2. Sit up tall. Just gonna hold on to the chair, and I'm going to lift through my chest. And then I'm gonna look up. And I'm relaxing my shoulders. And I can feel my shoulders and all this good stuff stretching. We're gonna take your left ear and drop it to your shoulder. You should feel the side of your neck stretch. So I'm really letting my body weight go back so I can feel the stretch across the top of my shoulders. And take your head back to neutral, right ear drops to the side. Keep holding. So I can straighten arms. Feel that? Now good. So it's stay leaning back. Then go over. Can you feel this stretch now? Yep. That's what we're looking for. So it's like I'm trying to hold on basically and lean. So I'm just like leaning back and I can feel all of this stretch open. And then when I take the ear over, I can feel it better. Bring your head back to neutral, pull your chin towards the ceiling. And again, I'm just leaning back, my fingers are clipped, because if I let go, this is what's gonna happen. Right? That's how much of a lean I've got going on. Bring your head back to neutral. I still have a stretch, across here. Again, we're gonna take your left ear over. I want you to take your chin towards your left shoulder. So again, lean back. So again, if you unclip your fingers, you're gonna fall back. Bring your head back to neutral. Here goes to your right. Take your chin down to your right shoulder. Come back to neutral and come up. So when you release, you should be able to feel all of this. Just opening up the chest a little differently. Please come forward. Take your hands on the side of the chair. I actually like kind of bracing myself a little bit because I'm just going to lean forward. Now allowing, now I can move my feet a little easier, right? Because there's not really a lot of body weight. So if I let go, I'm gonna fall forward. That's how much of a lean I have. Relax your shoulders. Drop your chin. Take your chin to your right shoulder and let your head just hang over. And keep your chin close to your body and just rotate your head and take your chins over to your left shoulder. And again, just let your head hang. Bring your chin back down to 6 o'clock. Bring your head to neutral. You should not be looking forward. You should be looking out on the horizon of the floor. Take a breath. Exhale, release your lower back. Release your shoulders. It'll allow you to go forward a little more. Take your left ear to your left shoulder. Can you feel the right side of your neck? And bring it back to neutral. Right ear. And again, if you release your left shoulder, you can feel the left side of your neck. Come back to neutral with your head. Come back up. Release. So you should have been able to feel all down the side and more on the back side of your shoulders versus the front. Grab your right wrist. Lift your arm. So I want to keep squared up in the chair with my hips. My arm is going to go, so I'm using my left arm to just pull. Sink your right hip into the chair. So what happens is we do this and we go, oh, look how far we can go, but we'll fall out of the chair. So you have to just think about sinking your fixed position, right? And now we're just going to rotate. And I'm still pulling on that arm. And I'm still sinking that right hip. Come back to neutral. Switch. And again, pull the arm up and over. And then rotate. You're going to feel the left side of your rib cage. There we go. And you're still pulling that left arm and driving the left hip into the chair. And come back to neutral, drop your arms, roll your shoulders. Because you should be able to feel your shoulders as much as everything. All right, and back in the chair. So it should feel like you can move a little easier now. Arm is on your right thigh. Make sure your heels are underneath your knees. For your abs, I'm gonna take my shoulder back. Arm goes up, hold here for a second. So again, I'm driving my left hip, my left sits bone into the chair. We're gonna take this left arm over your ear. Take a breath. Exhale, relax. Find the big stretch. Slow it up. We're gonna switch sides. Right arm floats over the ear. Right hip is pushing into the chair. Take a breath. Exhale, relax. Let your body weight drop. Push your right hip into the chair, don't let it up. I'm gonna take that right elbow to your right knee or thigh. And we started off with cat-cow, we're gonna do it again. Ready? Arch, tuck your chin. You should feel like your tailbone's pulling forward, pulling your abs up. And we're gonna switch. Take your chin forward. Keep your abs pulled up and in, protect your back. And arch. And switch to cow. And a cat. And a cow. And I'm pushing my knees out to the side. I don't want them to collapse in. Switch. Nice and easy, flowing through it. And one more. And come to neutral. Can you touch the floor? So I'm just gonna move my shoulders right and left, right to left. So I'm trying to touch my shoulders or the outside of my arms to my knee. So everybody's a little different range of motion, right? You have great hip mobility, your legs might be a little wider and your sway might be a little bigger. All right, come center. Now I want you to think about your hips. Your hips have to push into the chair now. Squeeze your glutes. We're gonna do that side sway, but your hips can't move out of the chair. So push to the right, push your left hip down. Push to the left, push your right hip down. And switch. And switch. Can you feel more stretch in the lower back now? You're just keeping it leaning out. Doing a little dynamic movement. And switch. And switch. And switch. And last one. Come center half. Your knees roll up one vertebrae at a time. Be careful. Go nice and easy, so you don't get dizzy. You still might get dizzy, right? So you should feel like you have a little more flexibility in your spine and all the good stuff. Nice. You might need a second chair, I don't know, in front of you. We're gonna put you right, it's already there. We'll go ahead and do left leg in the chair, since that's where we're at. So you can put the chair in front of you, put your leg out in a bent position. Yeah, it's definitely more. How's it going? I should not be getting more right now. What's that? What you feeling, ma'am?
Thanks. This isn't natural for me.
That's why we have to do them like that. All right, so right now I'm kind of leaning back in the chair, just relaxing that spine, allowing that hip to open up. Exactly. Right. So take a breath. Exhale, lift your body up. And it might change things a little bit. Can you feel it more into your hip now? Yeah.
Mm.
Perfect. How's your knee?
This one's good.
Okay, so if you have any issues with your knee, you can just straighten that leg out in the chair so you're still getting that rotation. I'm placing my left hand on top of my thigh, not so much my knee, but my thigh, and I'm holding onto the chair. I'm gonna rotate towards my knee or to the left, nice and tall, and drop your shoulders. We're gonna take your left ear to your left shoulder. It might not go very far unless you have a little stress like Ryder. Do you like that? Ryder's like, oh. I'm like, oh no, this feels awesome. So gently push down with your left hand underneath. So the best way I can say is that I can feel, like if I let my right hand go, I'm gonna fall back. I'm leaning back now. So I get a bigger stretch along that right trap. Come back up, neutral, and release. The other leg. I know it's this side's tighter. So there's a lot of, I'll call it body weight that I use when I'm doing this. Like I'm holding onto the chair and leaning away. So I already have a stretch through here. So nice and tall. Allow that hip joint to start stretching. Right hand goes under right thigh. Go ahead and rotate first. And again, I'm allowing my body to lean back. And I'm releasing my rib cage to the right. Take a breath. As you exhale, gentle push down on the right thigh. Release your hips. The only thing I feel like is really working is my left fingers and forearm. Now take your right ear over. Oh my goodness. And the more you can relax your neck, the better the stretch from the base of your ear all the way down. And release, come back to neutral. I feel easy. This isn't so bad, right?
No.
Warm. On. So you really shouldn't have much of a stretch right now compared to what we started, right? Arm floats over. Push right or left hip down in the chair. Make sure your knees are pushing out and your glutes should be active. We're gonna take your left hand all the way to your right foot. Open it right back up. So we're just folding over and opening up. Fold over and open up. So hold open. So there's a difference between being here and having your arm back and rotating. And I use my right arm to like push that shoulder open and rotate down and open the body. Nice. Rotate down. And open the body. We're gonna hold here. Now take your left bicep over your ear. And again, take a breath. Exhale, relax your body down. Wow, so you get a big old stretch. Then top arm, let it just drop. So you reach into the, there we go. You feel the stretch. And bring it up. Oh, it's the root, it's the stretch. It's like, here we go. So we start here. And again, we've already been here a few times. Shouldn't feel like much of anything. Pull yourself up, drop your shoulders. Here we go, we're gonna reach right hand to left foot. Fold. And open. Fold. And open. And the more we do, the more open you can get. So when you're opening up, what do you feel? Do you feel the right side of your rib cage? And open. And the more I open, the more I'm using that left elbow on my left thigh to push that right shoulder back, not so much my arm, my shoulder. Nice. Let's do one. All the way through. Hold this and really push, open. Right arm's gonna drop over your ear. Feel the stretch. Take a breath. Exhale, release it down a little more now. You should have a pretty good sized stretch on the right side of your rib cage. And bring it up. Oh. My want to twist a little bit, because this is where you're stretching quite a bit, especially when we lay over. All right, we're gonna check these hips out for a second. Legs are intended to sleep. This is why I usually have a mat. All right, want your chest to go straight forward. Where you're at. I want you to hold on to the chair legs now. And I'm blocking my thighs so they don't come in. So I don't want my knees to come in, I want them to stay out, keep it kept out. And I'm just gonna slide down the chair. Pull your abs and keep that nice flat back the whole time. Can you touch the floor? Release your lower back, but keep it flat. Keep it a little lower now. So I don't want to look straight down. I don't want my chin to drop. I'm looking out just in front of my hands. Take a breath. Exhale, release your lower back. Find the stretch. Find your hips. One hand to your feet, the other hand, roll up nice and easy. Awesome. We're going to turn to the left, and your right knee is going to drop down in front of the chair. So I'm sliding my left leg towards the front of the chair, holding on with my left arm. So I have a place for my leg to go, right? I'm going to point my toe back. So your foot's pointed, and I'm just relaxing that whole leg. My head weight stays over the chair, the seat of the chair. Because if you try to go split weight, you fall out of the chair. Now, tuck your tailbone. So find the stretch. Find the release. Go ahead and take your right hand, place it on the back of the chair. Find the rotation. So what it feels like for me is my right hip and leg are totally relaxed. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall, drop the shoulders, keep your head up. Bring your body, your shoulders back to neutral. Roll your toes under. Find the stretch in the bottom of your foot. So I'm pushing back. Opening up the leg a little bit more. Good. Right arm comes up. Pull your chin towards the ceiling. Drop your shoulder blades. Body comes back to neutral. Arm's going to float over the top of your head. Opening up the side of your body again. We're going to take that right arm, float forward with your body, come up a big circle, right back around. Over your ear. And around. One more. Up and over. And bring it down to neutral, then switch sides. And again, my whole right leg sits lower in the chair. My left leg is free from the chair, but my head weight stays over the seat. Again, toes are pointed. Tuck your tush. You can find that hip flexor and quad stretch. I actually like doing this stretch better in the chair because I can relax into it. I get a better stretch. Pull your abs up. Let's go ahead and rotate first. Push the back of the chair. Drop the shoulder blades. And bring it back to neutral. Now curl your toes under. And again, I want to think about not allowing that knee to stay underneath me, but to keep pushing back, and keeping that. So we don't want the hip to open up. We want it to stay in a neutral position. So you should be able to feel your inner thigh a little bit if it's staying down. Let's go ahead and do that rotation again. Finding your low back. Bring it back. Arm floats up. Nice and tall, drop your shoulder blades. And again, we're gonna go over first. Find the stretch. I'm gonna just make a big circle forward, up and around, and over. Go forward and around, and up and over. One more, forward and around, up and over. Back to you, drop your arm, feel it again, and come forward. The back of the chair again. So you should feel like you're getting a bigger straddle position. So we're gonna let's start with your left leg, because you like your left leg, foot in the chair. So when I'm here, I don't want my knee to fall in. I want to keep it pressed out. So that if you notice, I have a habit of putting my hand there because it's my indicator if I'm relaxed because it puts a lot of pressure. So I just take my leg away. Nice and tall, drop the shoulders, lift through the torso. Because my fingers are flipped, I want to take my body over, drop my ear first. So again, we're stretching into the neck. Gentle push down on the thigh. And bring your hip back up to neutral. We're going to switch your right hand to the front. I'm leaning back. So I can feel my shoulder stretch. Again, gentle push on the thigh. We're switching hands what's on the chair. So I clip my fingers a lot, and it allows me to lean back, and I'm gonna rotate, take the right arm, if you can, how far back can you go, right? But it's not so much your arm, it's your shoulder. Because if I pull my arm back, it is doing too much stress on the front of my shoulder, but if I turn my shoulders, it allows my torso to twist. And right around the front, I'm gonna switch legs. And again, I block up nice and tall. Everything's lifted, gentle push. That's not your favorite side, right? Does it feel better this time? Like your knees flatter this time? It was higher earlier. I pay attention, I know. You're like, what? Next, we're gonna switch your left hand to the front of your chair. And again, lean back so you have a stretch on the arm and the shoulder. And again, gentle push. So we're doing a two-way push, you might call it. So if I lean back, I get a great stretch on the right side, or my left side, my arms. And with that gentle push, I get my hip on the right. We're switching hands. So clip your fingers, give me a little lean so you get that stretch. Turn your left shoulder to the back wall. Release your right shoulder, allow it to open up and stretch. So my body is touching the chair. So I have that big pull on the right shoulder and right arm. And bring it back. Unleash your legs. We're gonna stand up. Shake it out a little bit because you should feel a little stiff in your hips and knees. Call it a class. Whew. Did you sweat, Pam?
You did.
I know, right? I just felt like you got a good stretch and movement. Got a sneaky man.
So